Mazda CEO details electrification strategy by 2030. Mazda, like many automakers, has been fairly slow to electrification. And a recent interview with the company's CEO highlighted the company's strategy to gradually shift toward electric vehicles (EVs) amidst some demand concerns. Last month, a report noted that Mazda hopes to re-enter the US EV market by 2025. After the automaker said earlier this year that it would discontinue its MX-30 electric crossover in the country. In an automotive news interview with CEO Masahiro Moro over the weekend, the executive said that Mazda plans to debut 7 to 8 new EVs by 2030. Adding that the automaker is slowing its rollout of battery-powered models even more than initially planned. "One of the big issues for us is demand is uncertain," Moro said in the interview. In the current market, the reality for electrification, in particular for battery EVs, is the pace is not that high. So we may start a little slower in terms of the ramp-up. Not necessarily in terms of timing, but the ramp-up. That is why I call us an intentional follower on EVs. Moro also noted that Mazda plans to sell 600,000 vehicles in North America in 2025, boosted from a previous forecast of 500,000. He expects 450,000 of these sales to come from the US market, with a particular focus on selling internal combustion engine ICE vehicles in the next few years. Worldwide, Mazda is targeting 1.6 million vehicles sold in 2025, which is a reduction from a prior goal of about 1.8 million. As for the reasoning behind the reduced target, Moro points to expectations for lower sales in China as the automaker plans to consolidate operations in the country. Alongside similar concerns in the European and Japanese markets. The North American market, however, recently saw Mexico sales surpass those in Canada, which is expected to help offset decreasing demand in other markets. By 2030, Mazda predicts between 25 and 40% of its sales will be from EVs. Though Moro reiterated concerns around demand that make the lower end of the spectrum seem more likely. Through September of this year, EVs have accounted for under 1% of global sales for Mazda, out of a total of around 931,000 vehicles sold. EVs from Mazda, however, made up about 20% of the automaker's catalog. You can watch the full automotive news interview with Mazda CEO Masahiro Moro below. Source: reposted and summarized from Zachary Visconti at teslaupdate.